Hey, JW Leary students and families and teachers, I'm going to CC you in on this too, but it's really more for our students and our families. I wanted to talk to you because we finally came up with our plan for personal item pickup at school. This is one of those things that I've been asked about more than anything else in the world, and usually it involves the words, when is my kid going to be able to come get their stuff? Well, I have an answer for that question now. Here is when your kid can come get their stuff. So let me do a little bit of explaining about what you're looking at here. This starts on Monday, May 11th. On Monday, May 11th, we're going to allow our seventh graders to come into the building, but this cannot be a free for all, people. It has to be organized, or else we're not obeying the social distancing rules that are laid out for us. So, as you can see in this chart that I've attached below, from 10 to 12 p.m., grade 7 students whose last names are A to F can come to the junior high school. We'll allow them into the building. They can go and clean out their lockers. And then you can see how the rest of the day runs from 12 to 2, still grade 7. These are the last names that we're inviting in. This should all make sense now that you know these are last names. On Tuesday, the 12th, it goes to 8th grade by the same breakdown of last name, last initial. The 13th is designed to be sort of a catch-all day in case you can't make it on your assigned day, your assigned time. I also reversed the times on the makeup day. So folks that were scheduled originally in the afternoon are now earlier in the morning. And then families who were scheduled in the morning that may have conflicts, if you're have an essential worker in the household, can come in the evening time. Um, it's very important that the vast majority of our families follow this pickup schedule. If you follow this schedule, it will limit us to about 50 families coming into the building in any 2 hour block. That is more than a doable amount of people. And you should know that with the 50 people or so coming in, we're only going to let about 10 kids in the building at a time. So if you come according to the chart, things will be okay. What will be chaotic is if everybody shows up at 10 o'clock on Monday morning to get your stuff. There'll be lines going around the block and you'll be waiting there forever. So if you can work with us and follow this chart, we should keep any wait you're going to have for pickup to a fairly reasonable amount of time. But there probably will be a wait. So make sure your cell phone's charged and maybe bring a book. Uh, the next thing I wanted to talk about was just a few notes about what to expect when you get there. The first and most important note is only the student can come in the building. No parents, no younger siblings, no puppy dogs, just the kid. We expect that the student will have a mask or a face covering. They'll be required to have one on to come into the building. For any student that doesn't have one, we'll do our best to provide one. But parents, you should be sending your kids to the school with a mask or a face covering. Doesn't have to be a mask. It can be a t-shirt tied around their head. It can be a bandana tied over their face. It just needs to be something to cover their nose and their mouth while they're in the building. I wanted to let you know that staff will be on hand with proper PPE to assist and monitor students in the hallway. We fully expect at this point in time that kids will have forgotten what their locker combinations are. Some of our kids may not even remember where their locker is. We'll be there to help with all of those issues. We'll also have people in the PE locker rooms helping with the same things. So they'll come in that day. They will empty both lockers. They should have a face mask. That's that. Parents also, if you're the type that uses like reusable bags, if you can send your kid in with a big bag, that would be great. If not, we'll try to give them one. But if you have a reusable one, you can send that in too. Excuse me. So a few other notes about the day that I wanted to remind you of. First and foremost, excuse me. I hate it when that happens. The first thing, we're going to just try and do our best that day. We are trying to get all of our students their personal belongings back. We know there's a lot of things in there they want. There's sneakers in their gym lockers, there's stuff in their regular lockers. We're going to do our best to get this done as expeditiously as possible, but we need your help to make that happen. Please follow the chart that I laid out for you in this presentation, and it will actually again be the last slide in this presentation so you can get another look at it. The most important thing in this exchange is not your kids' sneakers. It's about making sure that we can get our kids into the school to get their personal materials, but do so in a safe way. You may be sitting in line. We may only be letting 10 kids in. It may take you some time, but the most important thing is to make sure that your kids are getting their stuff back in a safe and secure way. And that will be our primary focus on that day. By keeping it to groups of 10, by enforcing the social distancing in the hallway, by requiring face coverings, we're doing everything that the CDC would ask us to do in this type of situation. And the last thing I will say is we just need you to be patient. Hopefully, you won't be in a long line, but if you are, know that we know that there is a line, and we're working our best to get through it. But we are not going to speed up and expedite this just to make the line go quicker. We have to make sure that people are safe. So, again, just so you have it, this is the schedule for personal item pickup at the junior high school. Uh, this will be the last slide. So hopefully when you're done with the video, you can write down what you need to from here. If you have any questions about anything, by all means, give me a call at school. I'll be able to help you. If you do have a situation that absolutely prevents you from coming in at your scheduled time, please reach out to me and we can talk about that. The only exception I can make right off the bat for this, families, if you have two kids that are both in the junior high and one's in seventh grade and one's in eighth grade, feel free to bring them both at the same time. We'll take care of that. But for the most part, we'd like people to follow this chart as best that they can. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day, JW Leary, and see you soon. Bye.